basically, it died. It, I got one part done, and then the game decided to be like, you too good, you need to die quick. And then I shut it off for the night because I was tired and I didn't feel like rebooting it. So now we're back, and hopefully it works. Hold on. Okay. Yes, please. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Well, that's loud. Okay. Slight headache. Okay.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left nothing of wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Well, hello. How's it going? Sorry, I was helping someone find something earlier and couldn't find it, and I got up and I found it like in 2 minutes. I felt accomplished. And also he felt relieved. So I'm glad I was able to find it for him. Also, let's hope this game doesn't crash like last time. I've already been through that door.
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
My name is Wilhelm, House of Gierich. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago I was summoned to the castle of Brandenburg as most of the aristocracy. I was curious about what this supposed knight of the order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly, and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to the Brandenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100. None of whom were ever seen of or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. Good to know.
Except we're not getting out of here alive.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
How is everybody tonight? If you're still around, if not, don't blame you. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen. I can join that. Alright. Hello.
Hi, Mom. Sure. Wait, maybe.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh. Hi, Wolf.
Hello. How's it going?
I was talking to Wolf. God, you're so toxic. Now he left.
What do you mean?
Not you.
Oh.
The other kid.
I can't, for some reason, climb
What game are you
this.
playing?
Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Oh.
It's a horror game.
Oh.
I'm trying to jump somewhere,
Oh,
but
guess what? In our Minecraft world when you were gone, I watched a tutorial how to get a lot of diamonds, so you just go to bedrock and go 8 blocks up and you dig there, and I got like 15 diamonds and lots, like a stack of iron and
nice.
a lot of gold. We have lots of redstone, that's for sure.
Okay.
And then all the iron you're smelting, I put in your chest.
Alright, thank you, appreciate it. It's
And
yours
I
too.
also
Oh,
crafted
I'm stuck.
I
Oh,
also
no.
crafted an enchanting table, and there's some books around it.
Okay. So you
So
did a
we
lot
have
when I was
that.
gone.
Yeah. And I killed lots of cows because I needed to craft books.
I killed the cows. My
He
favorite
he
part.
just texted me toxic.
Who was being toxic?
And just got named Good Potato.
Ah,
Jesus.
I'm playing Amnesia, streaming a little bit of it. I'm bored, so I thought I'd play this. I've been busy all day. I need to sit down for a while, play a game. I've been helping.
Yeah.
So I was out on the road
tomorrow?
for like 4 hours.
Are you gonna be on tomorrow?
I hope to be. If I'm not, I apologize, but I should be. And like I said, if I'm not, well,
Will you be on still, like, late tonight? Like at midnight?
I probably will be. Probably.
Okay. Because I might have to go watch, like, a movie for, like, 2 hours and then come back. Which
Okay.
will...
What movie is the question?
It's like a Jim Carrey movie or something.
Ah, okay. Jim
I don't
Carrey?
know. Whenever...
Not sure.
Yeah, whenever you want. Do you want to play Minecraft?
Yeah, I think I'm only gonna stream an hour of this and then probably get on a different game. I invited you to the stream if you wanted to take a look.
Yeah, I tried to go on it, but it didn't let me.
Oh, go on your phone on Twitch.
Is it on Twitch? I don't
Yeah.
have Twitch. I deleted it. I had to get it back.
Oh, on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not a very big app. I don't think, anyway.
I know. I have lots of space. I just deleted it because I had Fortnite streamers I was followed to a long time ago, and I just decided to delete it. How many followers do you have? Like 30 something? You said before?
37.
Yeah.
My views, how many views I have 323.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but I try to stream once in a while anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I stream on YouTube.
I don't really like YouTube that much to stream it for streaming on.
Well, for
YouTube.
videos, well, yeah, I don't stream much, but when I do, it's not often. But I do a lot of videos and editing.
Yeah.
I love it.
That makes sense, but I don't like to edit. And I like streaming. It's so much more fun. You can actually interact with people. Talk to them.
I have like fun things.
Also, you can not only can you Commander Rude, I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm gonna go
How's
in our
it going?
world right now. Get stuff. Oh yeah, I also have a diamond helmet.
Nice.
Yeah. And right now I have 5 left. But I also crafted enchanting table, so oh yeah, and we have another portal.
Nice. I had like 12 diamonds on me, and then I fell in that lava.
So you only have 3. So.
I did have 12. I would have had 15 if I didn't die from that lava.
Yeah. And I also made a mini storage unit. And I'll show you where I've been mining, because I researched what exact area diamonds spawn most of the time. And I've gotten a diamond, like you go down, you mine sideways till you find diamonds, and I do it every time.
It's dark in here. Yes, and there's a good reason for it.
But
But you can light the lamp now.
Or
if
if
you
I have to go.
What's the reason?
For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Oh, something's here. Where is it? Yes. Okay. Oh, hi there. That's fun. Don't come over here, please.
Sounds like you're having a fun time in the horror game.
Oh yes, this game is. It's eerie. It's has the creeps. It's not like constant it gives you a very creepy feeling. It just makes you uneasy, and I like that about games. Instead of making the game just constant fear, this game has just that eerie sense to it, which I like to it.
22nd of June, 1830.
Oh yeah, and we also have
more than a
a
month
composter,
since my
so
last
if you
entry.
put like extra
After
seeds
the event
you don't want,
inside the underground
it
chamber in
makes bone
Algeria,
meal.
Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition
party chat
lest
for now, but I'll
took
join
a
back
turn
later.
for the that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
That door just opened by itself, and I don't like that. That kind of actually freaked me out. Just a little bit. I don't like when doors open by themselves. It's kind of eerie.
There's nothing left. Everything is gone.
The game. No. Stop.
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Okay. I know my sanity's low. I thought there was a notepad here, but I don't see one. Is there not another note in this area? I thought there was 3 notes in this area. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Okay. He crashed to the surface. The dark galactic waters smothered him, and he struggled to make sense of the situation. Jesus. Okay.
I suck.
Get out of there. Yeah, I hate that area. Oh boy.
journal.
Oh, hi there. Come back here. Ooh, more oil. I'll take it. Always need more of it. We'll grab that note last. Okay.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Okay.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Very intriguing. Indefinitely. But... Okay. It's gone. Okay. Anything? Nope. Right.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange. Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Give me 1 second.
Daniel,
What?
still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
I wonder what Alexander in his young days looked like. Oh, I'm done in here. Why am I still looking around? I got everything. Study room. Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Marked with what is my question. What can mark you? Hey, it's... I forget the name of this guy that PewDiePie gave. Oh well. I don't care. I don't even like PewDiePie that much anyway. Hate me if you want, but that's my person. That's just my opinion. I just never liked PewDiePie. That's basically it, that's all on that subject. Oh, yeah. To my most trusted student and friend, John Ware. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Persian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is inexplicable, as the Hilderunners described it in the Hortus Conclusius. It was as if it was told about an underground Etheric temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hand. Nope. I guess I'm not reading that. Okay. Never mind then. Game was like, no. Oh, love this room.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
What is? After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induces stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might have their ability to reshape the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Okay. Milestones of human anatomy, understanding balance, canine jaw. Okay. Oh, the canine spine. Who's that? Alexander? Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain, since no research has been made in my particular interest. I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. That's kind of messed up. How much does that cost? Not too much. Okay. Alright, done in this room. Yes. No thanks. Good. Give me the saw. Oops. Okay. That happened. Oh, 3, 4. No? Oh, whoops. I died. I failed. Oops. Oh, great. Okay. What's this? Emergency decelerator. Elevator. What's this? When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience seems centuries from where I came. Thank kindness, not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return for what I was you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have made that gain. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Just the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the force chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4 phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. Okay. Get out of here, I'm done. Here. I think. Hold on. Caused by your damned curiosity. Oh, what died here? Painted him, panted him, and tried his best to keep himself from screaming. His face since kept his pillow. Oh man. annoying with the lamp turn, but I'm trying to not run out of, I don't want to run out of fuel or oil, even though I have quite a few refills. I also want to try to keep it sparingly. Let's 9 again. There's another 10 bucks. Okay. Prepare the explosives you need for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room with the ingredients. All you need to do is to mix the liquids and you're ready to go. Be like a oil thing somewhere, like an actual lake. Thought there would be. Maybe it's not in this room. Maybe it's in the next room. I don't know.
You doing this? Get away from me!
I know this is a waste can of probably use this many. No thanks. That was kind of spooky. Let's not.
Oh God, don't, please. I'm begging you.
If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there's 1 rod in the inner city rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, I'll use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. He's gonna come through the door, isn't he? Okay. No thanks.
That taste, that fragrance, the master's robes.
Oh, time to run. Time to run. Oh, I'm dead. Ah, okay. I couldn't get away from it. Couldn't get away from it. Excuse me. The monarchs looking for etchings that counted 9 different kings from all over Europe that had been depicted with an orb resting at their hands.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
I've always had problems with this next task. But if I take like an hour. Ow. A strange letter frightening, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort.
July 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may in fact have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Well, to attract death, so makes sense why he's dead.
July 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle." Signed, Alexander. What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevated machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Nope. Try that. Nope. Let's try yellow. Red. No, I think I've tried this one before. Not it. No. Oh. These two. There we go. So it's yellow, blue, red. Okay. combination of this is. Okay, so 3, 5, 4, 2. So, yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5. Wait. No. 5, 6, 7, 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't remember. Pressure. 4, 8, 2, 5. 'Yeah, there's a certain aura, but I don't remember the pattern. I know Roman numerals. I don't, that one, right? Yes. Yeah. 5. Yes, both sides are 2s. That's what throws me off sometimes. I'm gonna do this. 8. 4. 3. Yep. 3, 5. So, let's see here. If we go like this, leave this one like that for now. 1, 4, 5, 6.
at 5, 6, and 8. No. Five, 6, 7. Nope. Let's pull them all down. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 8. No. 4. 5, 6. Okay. 5, 6. Oh. 1. It's gotta be 8 all around, I guess. So. 5. 4. 1, 5, 4, 5, 2, 2. Okay, so 3, 5, that's 8. 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 10. 1, 5, 6, 8, 4, got it. Five, 6, 8, 2, 2, 7. Okay. So those 3 right there in the middle go up, and then the 3 on the end. The 2 on the left end go down. The 1 on the right end goes down. These 3 in the middle stay up. Alright. That's annoying. Moving that orb was like pushing a star in the night sky. It wasn't supposed to happen. The shadow isn't some vengeful spirit. It is this universe catching up with itself. Nice.
Come, this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No, I won't tell. I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there. Getting closer, somehow.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
No, you come too.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider.
But
Someone's coming. Hurry! I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
sun flickered between the pine trees as the carriage approached the castle. A faint memory of reflections in the window pane repeated itself over and over.
Of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Dang. But he's not wrong, also.
this? Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better. August 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Yeah, just in time.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good.
What happened to her?
Soon we'll be ready. Let there be enough time. He escaped? Where is he now?
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Sorry if I'm not talking very much.
Shimmering light.
I am very cluttered. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Out of this area. Carefully treading the unknown land, he looked over his shoulder and at his travel companions. The outrider touched the brim of his hat as a final farewell.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
upgraded the machine powering the Eastern Shuki.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you. An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
of any man. The thought that the generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is most tiring. The limitations of this world have made my work incredibly difficult. It has forced me to build the thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate. Not to mention the flow of tar and lightning through the replaced by pressure steam pushing its way through pipes and turbines. It shames me to think of what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Or if it works with a magnifying glass to carefully fix all the parts. I push 5 men to erect a tower of wrought iron in the hope it will have even the tiniest hint of the power found in a traveler's walking.
Just an idea to see if this works. I know. Okay. So you can pull through. This one's just kind of curious. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here.